Good afternoon, everybody. Dr. Glow here with Destination Tomorrow. Very excited as we can continue our weekly sessions with Grow with Google. Very excited. For those of you who have not participated in one of these workshops before, we are here. We have a partnership with Grow with Google to actually provide free workshops to the community, as well as to especially just as impacted individuals. And we also come out and we do these type of workshops in person. So if you have an organization, or especially if you're working with youth and you're interested in booking us for do one of these workshops, please let me know. We are willing and able to definitely come out and offer some of these free workshops out to our youth. So today's workshop, I'm really excited about, is called Communicate with Calendar and Gmail. I am definitely a diehard Google person. I don't use other things. I love Gmail in all aspects of it. And I use my calendar. I could not function my day through Destination Tomorrow, Black or Everything, Daisy Dream Project, Colin Allen without my Gmail, my calendar, or my Drive. They fuel everything that I do. So I'm excited to work with people today on teaching you how you can effectively use your calendar and your Gmail for communication, and to also just keep track of what you're doing on a day-to-day basis. You ever start thinking about how sometimes you might just keep forgetting? Like, I know for me, if I don't put it on my calendar, I won't get that reminder and I'll just forget, especially when we start doing all these things like these Zooms. How many people it's like, oh gosh, you remember you have a meeting at 1 o'clock. You remember at 12:55, okay, I have a meeting, I'll be ready. And all of a sudden it's like 1:07. That's me all the time. So now I've been really clear about my calendar reminders to remind me more than once prior to something to start. So I'm more prepared, because I lose 10 minutes and feels like 10 seconds sometimes. So instead, we're going to get into how you can communicate with your calendar and through your Gmail. Okay, so the agenda for this workshop is going to cover create and share a new calendar. We're going to show you how to do that. We're also going to add an event to your calendar. One of my favorite things to do in the world is add events to my calendar, receive and accept invitations in Gmail, create an email signature, and then also going to be some new resources that back at the end. So those, again, I'm from Destination Tomorrow. We're located at 149th Street. I work out of our Barnes office. We are the Bronx LGBTQI Center. And this is one of the things that helps me keep balance with all the different community partners that I work with, as well as I use it a lot when we're working with a lot of our clients on keeping up with their calendar between their tutors, as well as their job searching and all this other stuff. So I teach them how to use their calendar to keep up with some of these resources. Okay. So the first thing we're going to talk about is how to create and share a new calendar. Okay. The thing about Gmail, you can create calendars for anything and everything. So many different types of calendars. Everything does not have to go on the same calendar, right? Because the key thing is, because say you're on vacation, you want to look at what your typical work days might look like. So you might want to just like not even view that calendar for a week. But we're going to show how you can actually create different calendars that represent different parts of your life. Okay, so the first thing you're going to need to do is to sign into your Google account. If you don't have a Google account, it's okay. Just sign up for one for free. To create a quick tip to do it, you go to account, account.google.com/sign-up. Okay. As you see, when you get here, you're going to go to Google. You're going to go in the top corner over here, press sign in. If you don't have an account, you can press create account on the bottom, and then it'll show you how to create an account. Once you sign in, you'll have access to all these great resources. And these things are free. Google's giving away these resources for free. So you can use Google Sheets, which you can make different spreadsheets with, Google Docs, where you can write up specific documents, Google Slides, where you can make free, great presentations, Google Drive, Google Photos, Google Chrome, Gmail, and there's a boatload of other things in there. One of the new things I'm getting familiar with is Google Sites, which is great. So I can actually events that I host, I'm able to make whole complete websites for them for free, be here and share them on Google. Like, it's so cool. It is really, really cool. So these applications you can use. These are the most common ones used on a consistent basis. Even Google Photos, your phone usually automatically backs up into your Gmail. That's how you have it set up. If you have an iPhone, people usually back it up into their iCloud, but I have an Android, so I back everything up directly into my Gmail. So it saves all my photos. So if I ever lose a phone, it's right there available on my computer or any other device that I sign back into. So step two, so we want to get into using our calendar, right? So now you're here, and the step two is to access your Google Calendar. How you can do that is when you see at the top here, those dots inside that circle, that should open, you click that and it's going to open up all the Google applications that are actually available to you, right? So then you're going to click on Google Calendar. Very simply you can click on Calendar. Like on here, you can see there's Maps, there's Play for the Play Store, Photos, Google Meet, where you can actually do FaceTime type meetings with individuals. So all those different things are on there. And again, if you scroll down on this, when you open this up, you can see there's an array of a number of other workshops available. Okay, so now we want to create a new calendar, right? So you're going to select on there, once you open it up on the left-hand side, you're going to see a tab of screen of different information. You're going to select My Calendars. And when you open that up, you're going to see your different type of calendars you may have. My friends, we have a calendar called the Adventures Calendar because we do a lot of stuff together. So we put things on that calendar so we all can see them. Right. So if any of us are going on vacation, we put that stuff on there so we all kind of know that we're going on vacation. So we're going to be out of town, just so we can keep each other in the loop. That's what happens when you have a great friend group. But say right here, we're going to add a different calendar, right? So you would click on here, you would click down, scroll down, you press Other Calendars, you press the plus mark, which means add. And then let's see what happens. All right, perfect. Then it's going to click on there and it's going to come up on, it's going to give you a menu of subscribe to a calendar. We actually can subscribe to other calendars. You can browse calendars of your interests. You can import a calendar, but we're going to create a new calendar today. So you select create a calendar. Right. This is where things get a little funky. So you want to take your time in this section. So type of calendar, name it. Like right here, they have this example of volunteer calendar. Like it could be friend group, it could be children play dates, it could be a calendar for anything that you want to, for different jobs that you may have. You want to, so you have the information in front of you, you can put a different calendar for that. And then optional is the description and the time zone. You don't have to put that on there to actually create your calendar. I do put my time zone on there because I want to make sure that when I save stuff on there, it saves in the right time zone, because being an hour off for your meeting can screw up your whole day. Right. So the other was description on it. This is a calendar I will share with the volunteers. It will hold weekly meetings, monthly trainings, and special community events. And that's fine as well. So somebody who has access to it, I'm like, oh, okay, so this is a calendar I should have. So say there's different units within the volunteer calendar in this organization they're working with, right? And there's different types of volunteers. You could put in here, this specific calendar is for the cat volunteers. This specific calendar is for the dog volunteers. So then you can make more calendars based off of there so you can have different information. So also the thing about it is, this is what I'm going to talk about in a second, about who actually gets access to this stuff. So everybody doesn't have to see all the information, right? So what you can do is, before we get to access, we're going to talk about actually we add an event. So you press create on that pack page. So because I like access, because the thing about the access about it is because everybody doesn't have to see all the same information. And that's a cool part about doing these calendars. So when you say we have a special event, right? And this is also part that's important. So you're going to change the calendar view. You're going to click it to month. You can click month, right? You can look at the whole month. You can look at it during a specific day. You can look at it for a week. You can look at it for a month. All right. So you're going to find the date you want in this particular month. Right? You're going to put in there meeting for a group. You're going to add a time, right? As you see, you're adding a time here. A beginning and an end time. Be clear about that, because otherwise in your calendar, you'll mark out your whole entire life. Like make sure you put an end time on it. All right. And you can add a description in there as well. And you save and share. And then boom, it adds to your calendar. Okay. When you are doing this, it's important when you scroll down, when you put the thing on there, when you scroll down, you see the little box of the calendar where they have the Asha Marmot information right there, her name. Be clear about which calendar you're selecting. Okay, be very clear about which calendar you're selecting. The last thing you want to do is put down your date information with your partner on your work calendar that everybody else has access to. So be clear. So make sure you do that, because sometimes, like say, my partner does this often, where they put their doctor's appointment on the calendar. Everybody knows about it. That's not for everybody, right? Everybody doesn't need to know when you're going to the dentist because you're getting a root canal. May not want everybody to know that information. So you want to be clear about making sure you're selecting the correct calendar when you have multiple calendars, because if you don't, because it doesn't like it's going to go on all the calendars, it's going on specific ones that other people may have access to. Again, this word access matters, because we're going to show you in a minute why it matters when we talk about assigning people and inviting people to different events and giving them access to the calendar. Okay, so share the calendar. So if you look down the bottom, you got the little 3 dots next to volunteer calendar, right? You're going to click on that. You're going to click on settings and sharing, right? You're going to change access and permissions and share with specific people. So this means that everybody doesn't need to see this. So when you create the calendar, you got to give it to somebody else if it's important, especially if it's something work-related, group-related, business-related, team-related. You want to be able to share that information with other people. So you just click on here, right? Settings and sharing, and then access permissions and share with specific people. All right, see this all here? And settings and sharing, blah, 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 blah. Okay. To share with specific people, you click the simple button that says add people. Just press add people, right? So you're going to enter the email addresses and add people to add more. So you can click email addresses on here. You click add people. If you put people's in there, you have commas in between the email addresses. You can enter multiple email addresses at one time. It's really simple to use. Okay. And this button over here is manage setting changes and sharing. The important part about that, we're going to click on that because it's going to tell you also what the permissions are controlled. So make changes and manage sharing. So these people who you allow, if you click on this, they're going to allow to be able to share the calendar with other people, right? Permission set is control what people can see on your calendar, right? So they can only, sometimes you can only see when you're free or when you're busy. You can hide all the other information via your calendar. They can see all events with all the details, all the information, all the nitty gritty. Like say if you're having a lunch date with somebody that you want somebody else to know, then maybe you won't have all your information on there. Make changes to events. And this is also clear when we're working with work and when you keep track of certain information. You're going to manage what the people can specifically see. So be clear about what they have access to. You sometimes, if you want them to see all the details of events and be available for everything, you don't want them to necessarily just see only when you're free or when you're busy, right? Hide all your details. That's not necessarily something they may want to see, but they also may not need access to all the details that exist. Everything might not be that important. Okay. All right. So add an additional event. To do that, this cool thing is you're going to select another date. Boom. We select a date. This is January 18th, right? So you're going to add an event title, another meeting, invite guests. So when it opens up, it's going to pop open to this big screen. And you're going to see the bottom box here that you see in front of you. It says another meeting. And you have this line over here where it says guests. What you can do on here, which is really cool, is you can start typing people's names into that space and they're going to pop up. You won't even have to put in their whole email address. You won't have to put in their whole name. You might start putting in Marcus, and Marcus, all the Marcuses that are in your email that you've emailed before through this Gmail account that you're using will start popping up, and you can start selecting their names, right? Over here, you can add Google Meet video conferencing. So say, depending on how you're having the meeting, I do a lot of meetings on Zoom. So for me, I copy my meeting location information and I actually just the invitation and I add it directly into the Google Meet in the description area. Okay. Or if you're going to do it for the Google Meet video conferencing, you can click their add video conferencing, and then they'll get a link on how to actually join the meeting through Google Meet. Okay. Receive and accept invitations in Gmail. All right. So now we know how to send invitations out to individuals, because once we go through all those steps and we press save, automatically people are getting emails are being generated, is getting sent out. So in order to accept the meeting, this is how you do it. You would open a tab into Chrome. You open your Gmail and open the invitation. Oh, there's a meeting invitation. So you should click on that. Sometimes people get these meeting invitations, they pay no attention to it. Like, oh, they just emailed me. No, it says invitation. That means you should click on it and you really should open it, right? Because what happens is you click on it like, oh, it's an invitation for a meeting. Oh, they want me to be here for this. Oh, this is great. Press yes, I can show up. Maybe I'm not sure, or press no, I cannot show up. If you go to the going thing at the bottom here, they press more options. If you press on that, you actually can reply back to them. I'm not available at this time. Are you available? And change the time and see if they can work out and make it for that particular time of that meeting. Okay, so you want to reply to people and let them know that you can't make it or you can make it. Because once you press yes, maybe, or no, then boom, automatically it pops up on your calendar once you accept it. So you don't have to go back into your calendar and add it on there. So say you have a scheduled workshop that you have to attend and they send you an invitation via Gmail. Once you press yes, it's going to pop up in your calendar. And then based off your settings on your calendar of how often you get reminders, you'll start getting reminders about it. So you won't forget. So this is a cool thing about making sure you're accepting or declining invitations via Gmail, because it automatically pops into your mailbox feed and you keep track of meetings that you have. You can also do this for meetings with yourself. Now, say if you're doing your focus on your self-care and you got to keep track of what you're supposed to be doing. You can set reminders on your own calendar to say you want to schedule, all right, I'm going to schedule a 20-minute walk in the middle of my day every day at 1 o'clock, right? Put it on your calendar and then accept it for yourself. And then you're going to get reminders. It's going to tell you, oh, it's time. It's 10 minutes before your 20-minute walk. So you can wrap up whatever you're doing to get ready for that walk as a reminder. So say your next thing is if you're trying to keep track of what you're supposed to be eating because you're on a new health plan, all right? So then you can put on there, okay, so I'm doing fruits and vegetables only on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Before lunchtime kicks and you know that you start your lunch at 11:30 and you're going to go to the cafeteria and you're going to remind yourself at 11:15, put a reminder, fruits and vegetables only today, and put that on your calendar. It's going to get you a reminder. Oh, you know what? I'm craving that chicken, but it's not what I'm supposed to be eating, right? So there's different ways that you can use this to actually keep track of what you're supposed to be doing for yourself. And it can be anything, especially with your self-care routine. Put all that stuff in there. Meditation for 5 minutes, walking, okay, journaling time. You can put that on there as well so that other people won't interrupt you as well in the office because they can see that you have, and you know, again, watch, you also don't have to put in the details, right? People are going to see when you're busy. So if you put in there from 2 to 2:30, brainstorming, they'll know what you're brainstorming, and block yourself out on your calendar. If other people have access to that particular calendar, like, oh, from 2 to 3, they're doing some brainstorming. I don't know what that is. And they might book you at 3 o'clock. So it's good ways to keep track of yourself and also to keep yourself more organized. Okay. So you're going to open up to send yourself a reminder through Gmail, you're going to open up a new tab in your browser, right? So let's go to your Google Apps again. So you're going to click the little circle with all the little dots in the corner. And now we're going to click on Gmail. All right, perfect. So new Gmail message, right? Compose a new email. Add a recipient for the emails. Use CC or BCC. I like BCC. For people who don't know the difference, CC is carbon copy where you can actually send it so somebody can see a copy of it. Like say when I do a lot of my email blasts via Gmail, I use BCC because it's blind carbon copy, which means that you don't know everybody who I sent the email to. Right? So it's kind of like a secret. So you can send it to multiple people. So I don't put people in long emails into so that everybody doesn't get the right information. Add your subject and start typing your message. Okay. Check spelling. Yes, you can check spelling. If you have something like Grammarly and you can attach it to your Gmail, automatically check your spelling. You could check your emails would also give you your punctuation. You want to check if you're writing something right, stick it in an email on Gmail. It will check it for you. Okay. Creating an email signature. This is cool. I like email signatures. All right. So you're going to go to opening your settings, right? Open your settings. You're going to press on the word settings. The settings is a little wheel. Okay, click on that. And then you press settings. Okay. So you're going to scroll down in your settings until you see signature. When you get the signature, you're going to type in the contact information you want to have. You can put cool pictures in there. You can put, say, if you're hosting events, upcoming flyers in there. The information you want people to know, you can put in there. You can customize it however you want it to have it. I like also, if you look right here on that back thing, it showed that vacation responder. I know what I like about the vacation responder is if I'm going on vacation, like say I want people to know about something cool I'm doing, I put it in the vacation responder and it stays, right? So anytime anybody emails me, that's maybe the flyer will pop up, the information will pop up. So you just scroll down and you see it in that vacation part there. That's a little sneak trick that I do. But also here in your signature, you can put different information in your signature. You can put pictures of yourself in there. You can add links to your website in there. And it's really, really cool. So when you're doing a really nice signature, especially if you're applying for jobs, via your actual, and you're sending people your email, make sure your signature looks great, because you don't want to have to retype it every single time you do a signature on there. Okay, if you see, guys, see again at the bottom that vacation responder on and off. Use that to make when people email you and send out an automated reply. Thank you for reaching out to this. You want to order my products? Click this link. Check out Destination Tomorrow. Click this link, and you can put that on there. And people can actually access information. Okay, a little cheap through Gmail. So there's a lot of cool ways that you communicate with people. Okay. All right. So let's scroll on. So recap and resources. So I hope you guys enjoyed this workshop today. It's a real quick one that we offered here on communicating through Gmail and through Google. This Gmail and through your Google Calendar. I love it. It's something that I definitely live by. Okay, so we definitely learned how to create a new calendar, create calendars for different things, your kids' play dates, your kids' sporting events and everything else like that, to help keep track of your information. Everything that's needs to know go in the same calendar, because what you say you have, especially with like say kids play sports and they need to know their own calendar, you can share it with your kid's email address, so it goes onto their cell phone. So you can have a family calendar, who's going to be chores are going to be here on this particular week. If somebody can't make it to do their chore because they have a sporting event, they can put on there unable to attend to wash the dishes, and then another young person in your household can actually pick it up. So there's a lot of cool different ways that you can use it. We learned how to share the calendar today with other people. It's important when you're getting calendar invites to yourself, accept them, yes, no, maybe so that people know if you're actually going to be attending meetings, or they might want to reconvene at a different time. Okay. We also learned how to add events onto your calendar. It's really important. You don't have to put all the details on there all the time. But add events for different stuff, even when it comes down to your self-care plan, your business plan, and schedule yourself out to give yourself constant reminders of what you're supposed to be doing. Okay. So with Google Gmail, we learned how to receive and accept invitations, created an email signature, compose a new email, and we learned how to reply to other emails. Okay. So it's really, really dope, really, really cool. If you guys are not really familiar with Gmail, it's so self-explanatory. There's other courses that you can watch past this one. You can go to Grow with Google. And you can also find things where you can explore the different apps, Google Forms to create different surveys. I love it. You need to get information, then it put us together, and then it allows you to get a spreadsheet of information. Google Slides for making presentations like this right here was made with Google Slides. Very simple to use. Google Meet is how you connect with people using video, video conferencing. Say your teenagers talking about they're going to their friend's house and you want to meet them, tell them oh, we don't have FaceTime, we don't have an iPhone. Google Meet, you have an option. You can video chat with me via the internet. Oh, our phones are off. You can get on your Wi-Fi and actually be able to link with me. Click Google Sites. You want to create your own website, work portfolios. I love Google Sites. Really self-explanatory, very easy to use. I'll be doing a workshop on that pretty soon with Google Sites. Great way and a free access to make free websites for different events or your products or anything like that. You can do that all for free through via Google Sites. So you can keep learning via YouTube. Check out the Grow with Google YouTube channel. Go to Grow with Google on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. They drop a new video every single Thursday. There's a boatload of videos on there, and some of them are short. They're not really all that long all the time. So you can go in there and just watch different videos on how to learn different concepts. Okay. Also free. Excuse me. And I talk to people about this all the time. Prepare for a new career in 6 months with professional training designed by Google. I can do data analytics, digital marketing, e-commerce, IT support, project management, and UX design. You've known this experience necessary, learn at your own pace, stand out to employers, and a path for in-demand jobs. Clearly, they're giving you this information for free. You can go for 6 months and get certified in IT support via Google. And it's for free at grow.google/certificates. Walk into your next job with the certification that you got for free via here right through Google. You want more information on learning how to sign up and get access to this. If you don't have access to a computer, you can come and spend time at Destination Tomorrow. Please reach out to me at drpope@destinationtomorrow.org. My email is provided with this link. Or if you're watching this via the Facebook page, or my Black Girl Everything page, or the Destination Tomorrow page, you can inbox us to access for support with how to get access to these free resources. Okay, there's additional free online training and tools at grow with google.com/grow for teachers and students, for local businesses, for job seekers, for developers. All this free information. We'll be here at Destination Tomorrow offering a workshop every single Wednesday starting at 1 o'clock. This one here was pre-recorded. So if you had any questions today, please email me at drpope@destinationtomorrow.org and I will respond back to you, or you can leave it in the chat. I'll be recorded, looking back at the chat if you have any additional questions about anything from this workshop today. Thank you for attending. Thank you for coming on with us. Please check out our website and follow us at Destination Tomorrow 452 on Facebook, and then we also Google us on Instagram. We're at Destination Tomorrow as well. We have a Twitter as well as our website is www.destinationtomorrow.org. Check us out and any other free resources about other workshops that we have to offer. Until next time, I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.